Good morning. I'm Ty, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. The channel is Time Travelers. I travel back and forth to Italy, and I like to video the places that I visit and the things that I do and the people that I meet. And when I'm not in Italy, then I come back home to the States and I do all kinds of fun stuff here. And so I'm just here to share what's going on between my trips back and forth to Italy and all the things that I'm doing. And I appreciate everybody coming along. So today, and I've been trying to do this since, the end of November, the beginning of December. When I came home from Italy in the fall, I left in October and I came back in November. I was gone a month. And when I came home, like the very next day, I got sick, and I was sick for over a month. And not long after that, I had a relationship status change. And so I had to process that for I'm still processing it. So it took time. But I had logs cut from Hurricane Helene and all the damage that was done to my property here. And I got the logs, I got them stacked, I had them covered, and I have 600 spawn plugs for shiitake mushrooms in my refrigerator. And by the time I got well enough to deal with all of this, the logs were past their best by date. And so a couple weeks ago, actually about 3 weeks ago, I had a tree felled on my property, a nice oak tree with some good sized logs. And I stacked them out because I have to sit out for a couple of weeks because there's stuff inside that needs to die first or be less strong. It prevents invaders. And so mycelium are kind of like invaders. And so I needed that period of time, the period of rest, to allow them to be receptive to the inoculation. So last weekend was supposed to be the filming, and that didn't work out. I had a friend who was going to help me, and we ended up with a house full of strep throat children, and so that didn't work out. And so we were going to do it today, and she's like 2 or 3 hours away from here, stuck with a truck that's overheated. So I'm on my own today. I'm going to do this by myself. Please bear with me. And as always, I fly by the seat of my pants because that's the kind of girl I am, except for when I'm giving herbal information. And then I research the heck out of everything and read you verbatim what the websites are saying. Oops. So anyway, today we're going to go out and we're going to uncover the logs, and I'm going to start with the ones on top because I don't see any point in unstacking them and then having to be on my knees. Yes, my darling, I hear you. Thank you. I don't feel like being on my knees, so if they're stacked, I'll start with the top ones. I'm not going to show you the entire drilling process, but I'm going to give you an idea of how it's supposed to be done. I'm going to do the very best I can. And then this afternoon, I've been invited to a tea, which I'm super, super excited about. And so I'm going to get this started, and I'm going to show you all the equipment and all the bits and pieces, and then we're going to go out and drill some logs. Okay? Iniziamo. Let's get started. Okay. I am not sponsored by North Spore, although they can send me anything they'd like. I'd be happy to try them out. But this is a bag of, I believe it's 500 spawn plugs. And I ordered the little kit, which comes with a packet of wax that you have to melt and keep melted. And these are those spawn. And we're going to start with those first. This is the little dauber here that came with the kit. I'm not going to be using it. I'm trying a different wax that's already soft and doesn't have to be melted. This is a pen I'm going to use. It's a chalk marker to mark on the logs, because you're supposed to do the holes every 6 inches apart and then 2 inches apart in that direction. And then I have taken my drill bit here and put tape on it so that I know how deep to drill in. And I'm going to go grab me a hammer, and we're going to take this out to the logs and see how things go. So again, I'm by myself. I'm by myself trying to do this. I don't have any help. I was thinking this morning how I was going to ask for help and this and that, but that's okay. It's all good. So we're going to go out and get started and see how things go. Okay, I've got this cheese wax, mineral oil. There's no need to melt. I'm going to apply it with a finger. So I'm going to try that. I just drilled the holes. They're about 1 inch deep, and I pounded in the first row. And now I'm going to take this soft wax and plug it so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, that's the first row done, and I'm going to do a bunch more. And I wish I was super talented with figuring out how to speed things up, but I'm gonna continue to let the camera record, and we'll see how I go. Maybe I can figure it out when I get into CapCut. God, I'd give anything for a computer nerd to come hang out with me for an afternoon to teach me how to use all kinds of technology that I'm just at a loss for. I have to have somebody show me. I can't read directions. I can't look it up online. I have to have somebody show me, and I have to be there, and I have to do it myself. So I'm gonna leave this running for a little bit longer, and then I'll show you when it's all finished up, or not all finished up, but I'll show you when I've got quite a bit of it done. And because I don't have help today, and because I can't lift these logs by myself, I'll probably wait till one night this week when my friend has offered to come over after work, now that it's staying lighter, thank God, later in the evening, and have her come help me, because it'll take the two of us to lift these logs off. So I'm going to do my best to do this one log and then show it to you. And so gonna get started. All right, well, you get the idea here, and this is killing my back. So, oh goodness, I may have to rest a little bit between this and that. I'm only a spring chicken in my mind. And anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up with this one log, and we'll go, I'll meet you back inside, and we'll talk more about the benefits of shiitake and why it's a good medicinal mushroom to include in your diet or making medicine, you know, whatever floats your boat, as my dad used to say. So I'm going to finish up here, and I'll meet you back inside. Okay, I filmed about 25 minutes of me drilling holes in logs and measuring and using a pen like a geek. And I realized, oh, this is terrible. I didn't have any help. There was no moving around. You couldn't see up close what I was doing, and I was focused on what I was doing because it was the first time I'd done it. So I got my neighbor to come and help me unstack the logs and lay them out on a tarp so that they didn't get some other organisms coming in on the cut ends. And we laid them all out, and I finished the one log and started and finished a second log, and it went really fast. And I changed how I was doing it. I stopped using the pen and the damn little bitty ruler and just went along, and it went a lot faster and a lot better. So I'm going to throw that in here next. And I just wanted to, tell you that that was long and slow and boring. And I was terrified that I wouldn't understand how to speed up my camera. I have managed to schedule an appointment with a computer repair person that's going to teach me some of this technology, hopefully baby steps, this coming week. And I'm really excited about that because these are things that they're going to be valuable for me going forward. And I want to understand them. And because I can't read directions, I have to be there hands-on and, be shown and then use it like several days in a row so that, I don't know, does the brain have muscle memory? I'm not sure. But I want to get proficient at this. And so little by little, I'm going to get it done. So we're going to go out now and do the logs. I did a couple of logs this way, and I literally had to wait a day before I could go out again because my butt and my thighs and my hamstrings were so sore from squatting and getting up and down off of these logs. But the process is much faster because I just go through and bzz, 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 and then I sit on one end and hammer the things in as close as I can and then plug them with wax, and then I put the cushion on the other end and I do the same thing, and it's gone a lot faster and you can see it up close better, and hopefully it'll be more interesting and you can see exactly what I'm doing. So join me outside. Okay, I'm out here in this was supposed to be my mushroom growing area that was cleared out for me, and every 3 months I was going to introduce a new bed of what the mushrooms grow in. So I was going to make like maybe a 4x4 section and then put whatever the good substrate was, depending on which mushrooms. I wanted to do reishi, I wanted to do lion's mane, and a couple of others. Oyster mushrooms. I love oyster mushrooms roasted in the oven. They're divine. They are absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you, now that I've got my groove on, I'm going to show you that it's not like it looked in the very first 10 minutes of the other video that I took that was just boring. And so you can see how quickly this goes and how it all comes together, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope maybe you learn something, because I'm not fit to teach this, but I've watched a lot of videos and it's been interesting and fun, and I'm happy to do it. Again, as I said, I may not be living here to enjoy these. I'm not taking them with me. These logs are absolutely solid oak and heavy as heck. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy this. All right, so this is a challenge, getting down here and looking up at the camera to see if I got everything lined up, but I'm going to do the best I can. So here we go. Those are all drilled. Found this cushion on the side of the road when we first moved here, and I hung on to it and I thought, oh, I'll use it for something, and it has sat out on my porch for the last 5 years. And wouldn't you know, it came in perfect for sitting on this log. I appreciate having it, and it's been helpful. So here we go. Gets harder to hit them just right the closer I get to my body. I'm trying to take some of the mycelium that are stuck to the sides of this and tuck it down in the hole before I put the plug in. Some have it on and some don't. Next, now grab the wax, get a good amount on your finger, smear it over the holes to keep them from drying out so that the spawn can take hold and completely colonize this log. This is a whole lot better and a whole lot faster than what I was doing previous. And I'm glad I got in a I don't know, production line kind of mentality. Getting it all taken care of. You probably can't see me because I don't have anybody to run my damn camera. So I just set it up where I could kind of see what's going on. And that is one row done. You see if I can't set it up for a better view. Okay, not sure what I did, but that's all right. This is a little bit of a better view. You can see the whole log. Roll that over a little bit, and I'm going to start my drilling. Alrighty. going a lot faster for me. Alrighty. Okay. So, now you see what it takes to get them all drilled and how quick I finally figured out how to get everything done. And I'm going to come down real quick for a close-up so you can see what they all look like plugged up. Okay, I've got 3 rows here done so far. That is one plug there with the wax on it. There's another one there. Gosh, it's hard to do. Hell, I can't find them. This one's got several from a couple of days ago. You can see where the wax is. Mostly. And how it has plugged up and sealed over the hole. And I've got those 3 logs done. I've got 3 rows so far on this one done. And then I've got these last 2 logs left. And it's going really quickly. I always do that. It's going really quickly, and I appreciate how I'm getting stronger, all this getting up and down. Boy, the first day I tried to come out yesterday, I was like, no, I don't, everything hurts. And so, but I feel better today. I'm going to try and knock at least, I'm going to finish this one and start on the next one and see how it goes, because I have Saturday and Sunday to finish, and so I'm going to keep going. Well, I'm going to close this out now. I've got 2 more rows to do. I appreciate you sticking around. You know, maybe share this with somebody you know. Maybe somebody you know would enjoy growing mushrooms, or looking into it, or maybe they've mentioned it, but they're not sure what to do. Because I hemmed and hawed around for about 2 or 3 years before I finally got up the nerve to do this. So anyway, I'm going to finish up here, go back in the house and rest so I can come out tomorrow and do it again. And we'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Well, if you stayed this long in the video, I want to say thank you. I appreciate your attention and interest. I would also love to encourage you to subscribe, to like this video, to share with friends, and to make a comment, especially if you have any questions. I have some written information, notes that I've made, that I've looked up online, because I wanted to give you some information about the shiitake mushroom and its benefits, and also its contraindications, because that's important equally. So, the shiitake mushrooms have many health benefits, including boosting the immune system, supporting heart health, and promoting digestive health. They're also a good source of vitamin D. So, as pertains to the immune system, they contain polysaccharides like lintinins and beta-glucans that help the body produce white blood cells, which help with infection. It may support the immune systems and defend against cancer. As regards to heart health, they may help lower low-density lipoprotein or LDL cholesterol levels. Digestive health. They contain fiber and probiotics that may help support the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, may help alleviate the symptoms of digestive disorders such as constipation, bloating, and indigestion. As regards to cancer prevention, shiitake mushrooms may help reduce the risk of certain types of cancer. Bone strength. That contains vitamin D that helps the body build strong bones. When they are exposed to UV light, they develop higher levels of vitamin D. I found that really fascinating. I didn't know that, and I think that's quite interesting. As pertains to antioxidants, they contain antioxidants including selenium, polyphenols, which may help fight off oxidative stress, reduce inflammation, and protect the body from free radical damage. Other benefits are that they are low in calories, rich in amino acids, and nutritionally dense. Shiitake mushrooms can be enjoyed in stir fries, meatloaf, and savory teas. Now, here's the list of contraindications. This is not an all-inclusive list, and I'm always going to tell you, do your own research. Get online. There's a million ways to find this out. If you have a specific illness, you can get online and type in, shiitake mushrooms and whatever you've got going on. And you will find lots and lots of information, or who should not eat or take shiitake as a medicinal. So the contraindications are pregnant or breastfeeding. And I just want to say that because FDA or whomever does the testing on our food and everything else, they don't test pregnant women and they don't test breastfeeding women. So everything that you're going to see is going to tell you, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, don't do this. Not because it's bad for you, but because they haven't done the testing on it and they don't want to get blamed. That's my personal opinion. All right. If you suffer from lupus, which is an autoimmune disorder, rheumatoid arthritis, which is also an autoimmune disorder, or MS, and I'm not sure about the designation on MS, but you should avoid shiitake. Avoid if taking immunosuppressants. For example, if you had lupus, or if you had a situation where your immune system was attacking your body, then the doctor would possibly prescribe you immunosuppressants to calm your immune system down. And also it lists on here blood thinners and more. Again, it is incumbent upon you. It's your body. You are the only one responsible for it. Truly. At the end of the day, the buck stops with you. And do your own research. Look it up. Find out. They're tasty. They're good. They're medicinal. Every morning when I brew my coffee, I'm not putting shiitake in there, but I put in a chaga mushroom extract powder. And I use a half of a teaspoon of that and a half of a teaspoon of red reishi powder. And it's really helped with my mental clarity. It's helped me be on the ball and get things done. And I just feel better. I just feel healthful. And they have a nice flavor. Every once in a while, when I'm craving chocolate and don't want to eat a bunch of chocolate, I will do something almost worse. I'll take a little pack of Swiss Miss and I'll put it in my coffee mug, and I will put half a teaspoon of each of the reishi and the chaga mushroom powder in my hot chocolate. And then I add 1 cup of boiling water, and then I add about 2 fingers of cold milk, and maybe a little teaspoonful of maple syrup, and mix it all together. And it's a really nice treat. They're good for your body. They're healthful. They're from nature, which doesn't mean that they're perfectly safe just because they're from nature. So it's important that you learn everything you can. If you're not into learning, then ask questions and without getting deep into stuff, educate yourself. Again, it's your body and you're in charge. So with that, I'm going to say, have a wonderful life. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming along. I appreciate you deeply. And I just send you blessings. Blessings and love from the 7 Acre Wood. Ciao for now.